All right, everybody, we're back with a brand new Wellness and Weight Loss Wednesday show. We're going to be going over the psychology of weight loss today and how we can use mind over matter in order to improve our results. The idea for this show really came about, I was giving a talk, a workshop, a webinar, whatever you want to call it, to a private group. They are a fitness-based company. They help women lose weight through looking at macros and also through exercise-driven plans. What we do is we supply them with and offer them hormonal-based testing, metabolism testing. So what I did was I hopped on with literally over 500 of these amazing women, most of them 50 plus, and they are looking to transform their bodies the healthy way. But what they didn't know was one of the reasons why their results might be a little slowed is because the mind is in the wrong place. So what started out as me teaching, I literally was teaching a lab. I was going over estrogen and progesterone and cortisol and thyroid. I was talking about vitamin D's role and insulin and hemoglobin A1C and all these great numbers, right, that anybody can run with a stress, mood, and metabolism test. But really what it turned into is helping women to understand, and men as well. This isn't just for women. This is men and women, but the group I was talking to were just women, is that change is sometimes not necessarily direct. It's not necessarily easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. And I'll tell you right now that myself and my clients, it was easier to get body transformation results when we were in our 20s than it was in later 30s and certainly than 40s and 50s and beyond. But all of it is possible, and you can definitely make it happen. But it's the understanding, I'm actually going to go through 6 specific ways today, but it was the understanding that, and I was truthful. I said, we see the best results in our practice in 3 to 6 months. So yes, we get clients really great results with a 21-day functional medicine detox or the first 21 days of the Metabol program. No doubt about that. And you can lose a lot of weight, and I'm not discounting that. But really what we're looking for is real physical change at a cellular level. And your cells, the cells that I'm talking about, really don't even turn over for 90 to 120 days. That's 12 to 16 weeks. That's 3 to 4 months, right? So if we know that to change at a deeper cellular level, it's going to take 3 to 4 months for much of the body, then we can start to be a little bit more patient with ourselves. So yes, let's get the quick wins. Let's lose 3 to 7 pounds the first week, 3 to 5 pounds the second week, 3 pounds or so the third week. You can do that, no doubt about it. With our functional medicine detox, I mean, we guarantee if you want to lose weight, you're going to lose weight on it. There's no doubt about that. But after that, you're not losing weight unless you have to lose 100 pounds. You're not going to keep losing 7 pounds a week. That's not even the goal. The goal is to 1% body fat loss per week or weight loss per week. And so if you're 200 pounds, it's 2 pounds. If you're 150 pounds, it's 1.5 pounds. That's on average. Right, over the course of a month, you might not lose weight 1 week. The next week, you lose 2 pounds. The week after that, you lose 1 pound. The week after that, you lose 3 pounds. But you're looking at an average, if you're 150 pounds, of about 1.5 pounds per week until you hit your goal. But it's not always direct. It's not always straightforward. Sometimes you plateau. And here's what I explained to the group, is that we need to start to look at more of the mind, because the program is there. You need a good nutrition program, a good movement exercise program, and then you're going to personalize it based on your hormones. And we help women with that. We help men with that. Okay. But the first step in the psychology of weight loss is this. It's understanding that stress itself halts weight loss. I've done a couple keynote talks on this, and I'm not going to give the whole keynote right now. But one of the most remarkable stories I ever saw was someone just taking a break from it all. They literally took a vacation, no more work, no more following their diet, no more doing this, and they lost 6 pounds. Did they lose 6 pounds because they were eating these specialty foods in, where they went away in Mexico? No, of course not. They decreased stress, cortisol levels went down, thyroid was able to rebound, estrogen and progesterone began to settle out, and they lost 6 pounds without trying. Now, is that going to continually happen on vacation? No, but stress plays a huge factor. When cortisol levels are up, it's going to slow your metabolism. That's a big part of what I taught, all right? So we have to understand is that we can't stress ourselves out trying to lose weight because it only hinders our progress. Number 2 is this. We need to create realistic goals. I just gave you those realistic goals. I got ahead of myself. I got excited. But the truth is this, is that yes, if you haven't been dieting before or for a while, and you do a 21-day elimination diet or our functional medicine detox at Equalife or our Metabol program or even probably the first 21 days of your CBO protocol, you're going to lose weight. You're going to lose in that 21 days, probably at least 10 pounds if you have at least 20 pounds to go, right? If you have at least 20 pounds to lose. If you don't have 20 pounds to lose, you're not going to lose the weight, right? It's just based, if someone has to lose weight, their body's going to de-inflame, right? That means uninflame. They're going to lose inflammation. Their body's going to get rid of a lot of that toxic water weight. And yes, they're going to burn body fat. No doubt about that, okay? So be realistic. But then after that, shoot for 1% a week. And that averaged over a month. Some weeks you may not lose enough, right? According to you. And I get it. I know that the goal is to lose that weight. But set a realistic goal. A realistic goal, a sustainable goal is 1% weight loss per week. All right. Number 3 is this. Start to look at food as fuel and create a yes list instead of a no list. So people always ask, well, this food isn't listed on the list. Is that okay to eat? Stick to the yes list. Don't worry about what foods are not available. Like even when we do the CBO protocol, you've got 24 different fruit. You've got 3 dozen different veggies, probably more. You've got any type of protein you want. Your healthy fats are typically olive oil, avocados, and you can add some coconut oil if you want. Then we talk about the safe starches. If it's not on the list, don't eat it. Give yourself a yes list. So the yes list means like, oh, great, these are all the foods that I get to eat. Don't create a deprivation list, right? Don't focus on that. Focus on these are the foods that I get to eat, that I get to enjoy. And every meal, I'm going to choose a protein. I'm going to choose a couple different veggies. And I'm going to choose one of these safe starch if that's part of your plan. Straightforward. Enjoy your food, but also it's fuel for your body. Food should be pleasurable. It's absolutely should be enjoyable, but not every meal needs to be this, delicatessen-based taste bud explosion. We need to get away from that. I talk with a lot of people like, oh, but I'm a foodie. I get it. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day has to be this, this massive occasion for celebration. Start to get into a routine that looks at food as this fuels me for the next 3 to 4 hours for my next meal, right? That's what we want to look at. Then on Friday night, I get to enjoy with friends and family and whatever it might be, because that's okay too. All right. Number 4, dealing with setbacks. First of all, setbacks are normal. You are not going to be perfect on your exercise, your diet, your supplements, your bedtime, any of those things. I'm not. I don't expect you to be. My goal is to get to bed between 9:30 and 10 every night. It's early. I don't like going to bed that early, but I like waking up early. I like the quiet time. I like not rushing into my day. That's why I do it. And you know what? I love it every time I do that. I actually get excited about that now. Like, oh, I get to do this because I have my morning routine that I've really settled into, that I very much enjoy. Quiet time for an hour or so before the family wakes up. It's beautiful. It's what I love to do, right? That's me time. But then after that, it's not me time. I give the rest of the day to my family, to my work. I shouldn't say that. And I have a 45-minute block for my workout. But really, that's my goal. So I take a little me time early in the day, and then end of the day, before I transition to being a dad, being a husband, little workout time, that's it. But if you can anchor in, this is the day, and you know what? Sometimes it's not perfect. It's really not. Sometimes things come up at work, you miss a workout. Sometimes you go out to a dinner and there's no foods that you can really eat. So you have a little bit of a flex meal. It's okay. Setbacks are normal. You just want to limit the amount of setbacks you're having. But if you can be 90%, 9 out of 10 meals are good, you're well on your way. All right, number 5 is this. Build your support team. Not everybody can afford a personal trainer, a nutritionist, an integrative health practitioner, a psychologist. I totally get that. I get it. But what you can do is join something like CabralSupportGroup.com. It's free. Private Facebook group. Ask your questions. Share your struggles. Get support from others. Join the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. Get an accountability buddy. Get a study buddy. Join with another IHP. That's free. You just do that. And then what happens is you start to realize, oh, others have their own struggles as well. I'm going to support them. They're going to support me. That's what it's all about. I learned that actually in college. I had a workout buddy. There were days that I did not want to train. I didn't want to exercise. I didn't want to work out. I was tired. I didn't get enough sleep. I had an exam, et cetera, et cetera. A million excuses. Didn't want to work out after classes. That individual showed up at my room every single day we were supposed to train, which was basically 5 days a week. One of those days a week, I may not want to train, but then the same thing I would do for that person too. And it was great. So I would be knocking on that door and I would make sure that they came and trained to the gym. I didn't want to train by myself. We had a training program. We made each other work out. Accountability buddy. Now, every once in a while, you're sick, whatever, you need to know when to hold it, right? But you know that once you start to get to know someone. All right, the last one is this, and this is important. This is why we call it Wellness and Weight Loss Wednesdays. Shifting from a weight loss perspective to a wellness perspective. The goal is to say this, oh, my healthy body weight is between this and this. Your healthy body weight might be between 130 and 165, 170 pounds, right? So what I want to do is get my body so healthy that it naturally goes to my body's natural weight. And in order to do that now, I need to clean up my gut health. I need to balance my hormones naturally. I need to balance my inflammatory omega-6s to my anti-inflammatory omega-3s. I need to cut out my food sensitivities. And when you do that, you're now focused on wellness and health, and weight loss becomes a byproduct of getting healthier. That's what we do in our practice. That's what the stress metabolism test helps with, and specifically the Big Five. When people run the Big Five, you can just find out what they are at stephencabral.com/Big Five. You don't even need to run them. You can run them with an integrative health practitioner level 2. You don't have to run them with us if you don't want to. I just want you to know what they are. But when you run those, you get a personalized plan, and it goes over your deficiencies and your toxicities. Well, here's the great thing, is that you're now so focused on improving your health imbalances, you don't need to focus on the weight loss. But the amazing thing is that the weight loss then comes because the inflammation subsides, the hormones become rebalanced, better cognitive mental thinking, better energy, better sleep, everything improves. But you're not focusing on the weight. But the weight will come off because being over your ideal weight is a byproduct of an imbalanced body. And I don't say that in a negative way. I mean, I had Addisons disease, rheumatoid arthritis, type 2 diabetes, POTS, mast cell activation syndrome. I had a lot of issues, right? My body wasn't balanced. It wasn't healthy. For some people, they gain weight easier. And when they gain weight, it's always because of an imbalance in the metabolism, in the body. Could be cortisol, could be thyroid, could be gut issues, could be inflammation from hormones. You can find that out. You can fix that. The Big Five is the easiest way to do that, but use the psychology of weight loss that I just talked about as well. The mind-body issue with stress, looking at creating sustainable goals, food as a fuel and a yes list instead of a no list of foods, dealing with setbacks, understanding that it's normal. Shoot for 9 out of 10 strong meals, 9 out of 10 good workouts, right? Build your support group and shifting from a mentality of weight loss to wellness. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, do feel free to share it with anyone else you believe it can serve. And for all of the big takeaways, head on over to stephencabral.com/3099. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.